Okay, September 11 notes approximating square roots. Okay, these are the square roots that you should have memorized. Square root of 1 is 1, the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, and so on until the square root of 144, which is 12. And that's because 12 to the second power is 144, 11 to the second power is 121, 10 to the second power is 100, etc. Okay, example 1, we're going to expand square root of 11 to 3 decimal places. Okay, so the square root of what number is, square root of 11 is between what two square roots? So if you look at the chart, the previous slide, the square root of 11 is between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. So it's somewhere between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. Well, we know what the square root of 9 is. The square root of 9 is 3. And the square root of 16 is 4. Okay, so that means the square root of 11 is somewhere between the numbers 3 and 4. Okay, so we're going to guess a number between 3 and 4. So we're going to start with 3.5, because that's a number between 3 and 4. We're going to do 3.5 squared, which gives us 12.25, and we need to get to 11, so this is high. Okay, so we're going to go lower than 3.5, so we'll try 3.4. Okay, 3.4 squared gives us 11.56, and it's still too high. So now we're going to try a number between lower than 3.4, so we'll try 3.3. 3.3 squared is 10.89. So now we're too low. Okay, so now it's a number between 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, so we're going to try 3.3, and since it wants 3 decimal places, we'll just make 3.328. So we're going to take that number squared, 3.328 squared, and see if we can get it close to 11. We get 11.076. It's still too high. Okay, so let's see now. We'll go down to 3.316. Okay, we're just guessing numbers here. We need 3 decimal places. Okay, that gives us 10.995 now that we're too low. So we're just going to go up a little bit. Okay, 3.317. 3.317 squared is 11.002. That's close enough. Okay, so that means that the square root of 11 is approximately 3.317. Remember, it said it wanted 3 decimal places. So those are 3 decimal places. Okay, example 2, circle which number is greater without using a calculator and explain your choice. Okay, so on the first one, A, negative square root of 143 or negative 13. Well, the square root of negative 144 is negative 12, and so this is going to be closer to negative 12, and negative 12 on a number line is bigger than negative 13. Okay, letter B, 34 or 17 squared, square root of 17 squared. Well, the square undoes the square root, so basically this number is just 17. So 34 is greater than 17 because the square root of 17 is about 4 something, and if I square 4 I get 16 or something like that, so 34 is still going to be bigger. Okay, on letter C, 2/3 or square root of 3 over 3. Well, this is less than 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So that means 2/3 is going to be bigger because 2 is bigger than the square root of 3. The square root of 3 is less than, the square root of 4 is 2, so that means the square root of 3 is less than 2. So that means 2/3 is bigger.